So, I'm not gonna lie. This is my second video. I done this video once already and didn't have the microphone plugged up. Can't make it up. But we here. We're gonna try it again. Alright. So, Druski, he rubbed some feathers. You know, you got Officer Tate, you got politicians, you got just normal white folks, you got, you know, all that, black folks who want to be white. So, Uncle O'Shea just reviewed it. We're going to see what he talking about. Let me try to have the same energy I had the first time. Let's go.
Did Druski go too far?
Nah, I don't think
it hasn't been 72 hours yet, and people are still upset about the Druski video.
Already mad.
To be honest, almost every skit he does, somebody is pissed off. But in the case of Druski, we have
you don't make somebody. Hey,
number
if
one,
you ain't making somebody mad, you doing
putting
something.
on makeup, looking white, and then
that's
that's
the first
a big
problem
thing in itself because now it's whiteface.
He's right, you know.
The second part of this is that Druski is not making fun of just a white woman. He's making fun of Erika Kirk, the widow of the fallen Charlie Kirk. And this is a real big situation, especially with white conservatives. Senator Ted Cruz of Florida was pissed off.
Funny beard.
And commenting on Druski's skit, he wrote, "Beneath content."
Woo!
Now, an interesting person that reviewed Druski's skit is a person that was close to Charlie Kirk and knows Erika very well. His name is
who?
the Officer Tatum. Now, the Officer Tatum would come out with a very controversial response to Druski's skit.
I've been watching Druski stuff for a very long time. I think Druski is an incredible comedian. I think he's hilarious. I think he has a great talent and ability. I really do. Druski makes fun of everybody. Nobody's off limits. He makes fun of people, and I laugh at every time he makes fun of people because it's funny. It's comedy.
Right.
I think objectively, what he did in this skit is funny. It just simply is. He made fun of it or whatever the case may be.
He starts the dialogue off,
but
he's been watching Druski for a long time.
But
he's an incredible comedian. He believes that he is hilarious.
But
he believes that Druski has great talent and ability. He makes fun of everybody. No one is off limit.
Right.
Even this is funny.
Right.
Because objectively, what he did in the skit was funny.
But what?
But
it's always
that
a
when
but.
you sit back and you look at who he made fun of and the circumstances surrounding Charlie Kirk's assassination, it makes it disgusting.
But the difference is when you sit back and look at who he made fun of and the circumstances surrounding this assassination of Charlie Kirk, it's disgusting.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f think you is?
But wait, there's more.
Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite because I was close to Charlie and close to Erika, and I care about this topic. For me to go, oh, now all of a sudden I want Druski to be canceled. Because I didn't mind laughing at when he made fun of the pastors. I didn't mind laughing when he made fun of white hillbillies at Talladega. I didn't mind when it wasn't close to me. So I also can't think he should be canceled because it's somebody I know. But I will say the reason that I will not post this, I will not support this Druski content is because I think it's incredibly insensitive.
Insensitive.
I don't blame him for a certain part of it because he don't know Charlie and he's not in that world.
Okay.
But I will say that I do think it's insensitive. And if I could have talked to Druski before he made this, I say, look, man, you need to not do this one.
Oh.
You need to not do it.
Don't do this.
Because the way that Charlie was murdered and assassinated makes this look really disgusting.
They say he doesn't want Druski to be canceled because he didn't mind laughing when it was somebody else, and Druski never knew Erika Kirk or even Charlie Kirk. But if he had an opportunity to talk to Druski, he would say, don't post this. It's incredibly insensitive. The way that Charlie was murdered and assassinated makes this look really disgusting. And see, Officer Tatum may have been a pretty good cop. but he's terrible at logic in debating. And that's one of the problems with Officer Tatum. And again, he's a fairly decent human being to some. I believe that maybe he's trying to make sense of this, but he isn't. Number one, in the skit that was, I don't even think, close to 3 minutes, Druski never talked about Charlie Kirk. He never mentioned an assassination. Her name was not mentioned in the skit, although we know it's about her. And her association to Charlie Kirk or her grieving over Charlie Kirk was not made fun of. He took that in consideration in the design of the skit because there were probably very intimate details that he could have put in there that would have been insensitive. And so he understood that. And that was not included in the design. Because Druski is so talented, he understood that he did not need to be offensive to make this hilarious.
He didn't even need to.
All he had to do was to state the obvious.
How weird
Erika
she
Kirk is weird.
How weird she is.
And see, here's the point that Brandon Tatum doesn't want to talk about. Long before Druski ever thought about talking about Erika Kirk, you had other people talking about this.
I told y'all this woman is not grieving. She's glowing. She's literally happier than a cat at a fish fry. Look at her. And not only did she have adoring eyes for J.D. Vance, same adoring eyes for Donald Trump. Sis is laughing all the way to the bank. Somebody say, oh, we love Charlie. She like, Charlie who? And understand, those of you who love Charlie Kirk, you're grieving more for Charlie Kirk than she is.
Now see, let's talk about the elephant in the room. There were thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of videos that were concerned about the fact that Erika Kirk seemed a little bit either too happy or pretending to be extremely too sad that her husband was assassinated. Now we can understand the sadness and how people react to grief. But then there was this ideology that Erika Kirk was completely okay, completely healed over the fact that Charlie Kirk had died. She had become the CEO of Turning Point USA, and she may have wanted this for herself. Then there was her hugging J.D. Vance and her hugging Donald Trump, and that she was giving J.D. Vance googly eyes. So all of this was out there before. And what Brandon Tatum doesn't want to bring into consideration, that people found that behavior repulsive. People found her behavior disgusting.
Definitely.
People even on the right thought that it was disgusting for her to behave like that towards her husband, who had passed away long before Druski even thought about designing this skit, which probably, in my honest opinion, was the reason why he got the idea for it in the first place. You see, if Erika Kirk would not have behaved in the way that she did, she would not have gotten so much backlash. And see, what comedians do, and I would say even the mid-sized content creators or commentators like myself do, we look at trends. And once we start to see other people are paying attention to something, well, quite naturally, we're going to also pay attention to it too. And once Charlie passed away, that month, from September 10, 2025 on into earlier October, November, we saw some really strange behaviors because obviously, number one, the spotlight was put up on her, right? When you have the spotlight on you, like Erika Kirk, you cannot afford to do things that piss off the public. Yep. And I know that that's weird because she did lose her husband, and that's insensitive to say. But we live in a world that could care less about that sometimes. We live in the world that once you are a person that is a husband that's lost their wife unexpectedly, or a wife that's lost her husband unexpectedly, there's a certain decorum of behavior that you should have. And Erika Kirk did not live up to that standard. All you guys did on the right was give her more opportunity to keep embarrassing herself in Charlie Kirk. And then you had these cringe ass clips like this.
For them here on earth. No, of course. But we serve a just God. And I rest easy in knowing that he's sovereign, but he's just. And so let the Lord handle that.
Like, let's look at that again. Erika Kirk looks like somebody that's on like Mad TV. I'm just being honest. Whether you want to think that she's being serious,
he said Mad TV, nigga.
It's ridiculous. It's like somebody's acting. Anybody would look at her and say, based on what I see, if they didn't know anything about Charlie Kirk, she's a weirdo. Even when Charlie Kirk and her were alive, she was doing similar stuff, which makes her look even cringe. So you want to say that Druski's behavior is disgusting, when the reality is Erika Kirk's behavior was disgusting at best way before Druski did what everybody understood was what? The obvious. The reason why the video had 60 million views on Instagram, Brandon, is because it was accurate as F. Okay? Yep. That's the reason why.
Right on.
And keep in mind, Druski has 12.2 million followers. That's a shitload. This skit actually got 75.1 million views, at least the time that I'm looking at it. So Druski, with 12.2 million followers on Instagram, generated a video that's almost 600% more than its actual following. You cannot do that if the person you're making fun of doesn't exhibit those traits. This is why we like the Talladega NASCAR skit with Druski. This is why we like the Hebrew Israelite skit with Druski. This is also why we like the Black Mega Church skit with Druski. You want to know why? Because it's accurate. If you have a problem with it being accurate when it comes to Erika Kirk, your problem is not with Druski.
Right.
Your problem is with Erika Kirk. Woo! But we know Brandon Tatum can't hold these white conservative folk accountable unless they talking shit about Israel.
Hey, child. Subscribe, man. Hit me up.
You think it's your boy Yoshi?
O'Shea.
Back
good looking out, big dog.
Of the Celebrity Drunk. I really appreciate you.